hope you're ready to do some work on this document. We have some work to get it from where it is now to its finished state.
I'm ready. My document really needs some help, and while I can do a few things to make it clear and more readable, I'm hoping you can show me some things I can do to make it look crisp and professional.
Okay, before we format the document, we need to be able to navigate throughout the document to get to the paragraphs and the text we'd like to format.
Anything you could show me would be great.
In the upper left-hand corner, there is the Save icon and the document title. Then, let's talk about the Quick Access toolbar. The Quick Access toolbar is a customizable toolbar containing a set of commands that are independent of the tab that's currently being displayed. You'll see the Save icon on the title bar. Right-click in that area and turn on your Quick Access toolbar. Now see it's below the ribbon?
Oh, yeah, right here.
Click on the down arrow to add commands. Let's add a couple. Let's add New. Perfect. And let's choose the down arrow again. And why don't you choose one to add?
How about Print Preview in Print?
Perfect.
Okay, so now they're there all the time.
You can also change the location by right-clicking and choosing Show Above the Ribbon or Show Below the Ribbon. Good. And then if you right-click when it's up at the top, you can choose Show Below the Ribbon. You can show or hide command labels as well.
Okay, so I'll right-click and hide command labels. Oh, then that gives us icons. I think I like the labels better. So I'll right-click and show them.
There you go.
Can I add other icons that I use frequently?
Yes, if you choose the down arrow, at the end you can turn on and off most frequently used icons with a click. You can also right-click on an icon on the ribbon to add it to the Quick Access toolbar. Let's add Find. So go to Find and right-click and choose Add to Quick Access toolbar.
And there it is.
And there it is. If you need to remove it, right-click on that icon again and choose Remove from Quick Access toolbar.
That's very easy.
Now let's discuss the tabs in the ribbon. The ribbon is a command bar that organizes Word's features into a series of tabs at the top of the screen. Ribbon tabs are composed of groups of closely related commands, designed to help you quickly find commands.
I have learned where my favorite functions are located, but there are quite a few I'm not familiar with.
Great! That is what we'll learn together. Let's start with the File tab. When you click on File, you see many of the same basic commands, such as Open, Save, and Print. If you choose the back arrow, that will take you back to your ribbon. The rest of the tabs are organized into groups, such as Undo, Clipboard, Font, or Paragraph. See this little arrow? This is the dialog box launcher, which gives us more options.
I didn't even realize that these arrows were something I could click on.
We'll take a look at those advanced features later. The Home tab has features that we use regularly. My favorite feature on the Home tab is Undo and Redo. You can undo and redo your last typing or design actions in Word. It keeps a list of actions you have completed, and you can undo those one at a time in reverse order. Let's go ahead and, why don't you type your name, Marin? And press Enter and type in a short sentence. That's right, best learner ever. Let's go ahead and add your last name as well. So Marin, if you'll place your cursor after your first name and press a space bar and type in your last name. Perfect. Now in the top left-hand corner, notice that our Undo is now available and it has a down arrow next to it. Go ahead and choose that down arrow and you'll see all of the actions that you have performed. Now notice that you can hover over that first action, and then if you want to undo Marin's best learner ever, notice that it will have to undo everything in between. So if you choose that, go ahead.
Oh, so it will delete all of the actions all the way back to that selection.
That's right. So try to catch that undo early. You can also use Control-Z to undo an action, and to redo an undone action, press Control-Y.
And there it is.
And there it is. And if you choose Control Z,
It goes away.
that's right. Back to the tabs. Next is the Insert tab, which allows you to put objects such as pictures and shapes and tables into a document. Then we have our Draw tab. Draw allows us to use some of the drawing tools. The Design tab helps us with the aesthetics of the document, such as document formatting and colors. Layout is where we use features that help us with the general setup of the document, such as margins and orientation. References is where the features are located to create a table of contents or footnotes, endnotes, and bibliographies.
Oh, I would use that when we are creating our company documentation.
Right. Then there is the Mailings tab to use when you are doing mail merges. The Review tab is one of my favorites because it helps me with proofing and reviewing documents. View replicates some of the view functions. It also has your ruler, which is very important when using tabs. It also has arrange and switch windows if you have more than one document open at a time. There are also contextual tabs that will show when you have, say, a picture or a table selected, and they present options to work with that object, so look for those as well.
Well, that's the ribbon. What about all of this area here at the bottom of the document?
Well, that's the status bar. It's the area at the bottom of the Word window that indicates information about the current document. It displays information about what page you're on. We also can see how many words are in our document, as well as other features that you can turn on or off by just right-clicking in the status area. Let's choose maybe line number. Yeah. And then let's click in the status bar area to close the menu. And now in order to see the line, let's go ahead and go over to the right where the text is and place your cursor on one of the lines. And you should see what line you're on.
Okay, yeah, line 2.
That's right.
I like that I can customize the status bar. What about here on the right? This is a slider.
That's another feature that I use a lot, especially when my eyes get tired. It's zoom. You can either click on the plus, good, or the minus, or you can use the slider to zoom as well. So if you click and drag on that little notch in the middle, it will also make it larger or smaller if you go towards the minus. Zoom doesn't change the print size of what is on the document. It just changes the way we see it on the screen. It's also on the View tab. The last point we need to address is moving around the document. You can use your arrow keys to move up or down.
I have used those before to move around my document.
Using the keyboard to move the cursor, you can use perhaps N to go to the end of a line. Good. And then Home will come to the beginning of a line. Now, if you want to add some extra oomph to it, hold down your Control and let's do Control End. Whoa, and that will take you all the way to the end of your document. Now let's do Control Home. If you want to move one word to the right, you can hold down Control and choose your right arrow. And of course, holding down Control and choosing the left arrow key will move one word to the left. Now, Control down arrow key will move to the next paragraph. Perfect. And then if you hold down Control and do your up arrow, it will go to the beginning of that current paragraph or to the previous paragraph if it's already at the beginning. Page down scrolls down the equivalent of a screen. So let's choose Page down. And Page up scrolls up the equivalent of a screen. Sometimes it's not necessarily a full page.
Oh, I see. It's not all the way at the top of the page.
That's right. Now let's add Control to that. So hold down Control and choose Page up.
And it takes me to the beginning of the previous page.
That's right. And then Control Page down.
Keeping my hands on the computer keyboard is great for my typing speed, so those keys will help me with that.